Hey everybody, Kamish here. I spent a little bit of time trying to get my video recorder to work on my laptop. It's not working, so I am using my phone. So we'll see how this goes. We're going to do a quick preview just like last year. I'm not going to preview each team. We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to do a WTF or a value pick from each team. And I'm going to pick my 6 teams that are going to make the playoffs. Looking back at last year, I picked 4 out of the 6 teams right. I was right about Aaron, Jeff, Dustin, and Proctor. I was wrong about myself and Alex. And the 2 wrong people that I said were not going to make the playoffs were Matt and Team Jensen. They got in. So, like I said, we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to go through each team, and you're either going to get a WTF regarding a pick that you made or a value pick that you made. So we're going to start off with the first real WTF pick of the draft, and that's going to belong to the second round, 16th overall, running back on a shitty team. Shitty team just drafted a huge new running back, and Al takes DeMarco Murray. WTF. Next we move along to Jeffrey. Jeffrey, you're finding a receiver. He had 1,000 yards last year, 12 touchdowns, and that puts him, what, maybe round 2, round 3? No, let's try round 6. Round 6, Eric Decker. Jeff, good pick, value. Dustin, I drafted Bell last year. I even had D. Will. Still didn't work out so good. What happens is you get off to a slow start and then it's hard to recover. What do? You draft Bell, out 3 games. You draft Gronk, no Brady for 4 games, and you don't draft D. Will. Slow starts hurt. WTF. Next pick, J. Lou. So, 12th best receiver in the league last year. Nothing really changed except the defense got better and offense should get a little bit better. He had 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns. Puts him what? Round 2, 3, 4? No, that's round 8, and that's Allen Hurns. Value. Dad, round 4, round 5, round 6, round 7, Edelman, Tate, Fitzgerald, John Brown. Like it. But instead of drafting running backs, you continue to draft wide receivers in Strong, Ted Ginn Jr., and Terrence Williams. WTF. Matthew. Everybody says this year we are drafting receivers. Receivers are important. What does he do? Well, last year he drafted receivers when we were supposed to draft running backs. This year he drafts running backs when we're supposed to draft receivers. Seems odd. However, he did something right. And he spent multiple mid-round picks on guys that have a chance to shore up the wide receiver, and that was smart. That's value. Sarah, arguably the scariest starting lineup of all the teams. I think when you win, you're going to win big. Your first 2 backs are really good, David Johnson and Rawls. Rawls has a little bit of injury problems, and your depth at running back's a little bit questionable when D. Will is going to go back to a reserve, and Deion Lewis is out for a long time. Denver defense was drafted in round 10 when running backs were still needed. Sorry, Sarah. WTF. Mr. Champion, Mr. Goldfarb, Aaron. 1,200 total yards, 8 touchdowns. The 8th best running back in our league per our scoring last year. He should go in round 2, round 3. Nope, he went round 7, and Aaron picked him up. It's the same thumper. It's Chris Ivory on a new team. That's value. Proctor. Well, you got a little fast receiver. They're boom or bust. Some days they'll score big. Some days they won't do anything. But when you have an old, often injured, little fast receiver, it's probably going to be more bust than boom. Deshaun Jackson in the 6th round? What the fuck? Joe G, new team, new QB. Someone tried drafting him a couple spots before, but he didn't know his last name. Is that Matt? Nope, that's Marvin Jones, Proctor. And he's in for a big year. Joe G's team is my sleeper pick this year. It doesn't seem that great on paper, but as it goes along, this team is going to get stronger and stronger. Joe G, round 7, Marvin Jones, value. Nick M, that's me. I had the opposite strat of Matt this year. Go receiver, receiver, receiver. Really good at receiver. Guess what? You get to a point where you have to take running backs. Running backs I ended up taking at the end of round 5. Matt Jones. Got stuck. WTF. The other Nick, the new guy, Nick Alexander, his first 2 picks include the top running back scorer from last year per our league and the 3rd best running back in our league. That would be AP and Doug Martin. And he added a sneaky sleeper this year in Eli Manning, who I believe could be a top 5 quarterback this year. So guess what that creates? That creates lots of value. So if you've been following along and paying attention, there's 6 value teams and there's 6 WTF teams. The 6 value teams are the teams that I believe are going to make the playoffs. And in one more recap, that means I believe that Jeff, J. Lou, Matthew, Aaron, Joji, and Nick A will be making the playoffs this year. Everybody, hope you enjoy this. Good luck. Football starts tomorrow. I'm excited and out.